All right, let's talk about something that's kind of sneaking up on all of us. This isn't really about the tech itself, the latest AI. It's about that quiet little shift in our own minds, that moment when a machine tells us no and how we react. So let's get into it. The ideas we're exploring today come from Pastor John L. Widdifield. He's the senior pastor at Remnant Church and Online Ministries. And he kicks things off not with a big statement, but with a simple, almost modest invitation. He wants us to join him in a little thought experiment.
So here it is. This is the big one. When a machine tells you no, when some chatbot or automated system just shuts you down, what's your first instinct? Do you assume it's being wise or just obedient?
Okay, so let's dig into that second option. Let's say it's not wisdom we're dealing with. Let's call it the obedient machine. And if we run with that idea, that the machine is just being obedient, well, that opens up a whole new can of worms, doesn't it?
Yeah, a much more interesting question follows. If it is obedient, who exactly is it obeying? I mean, when a system tells you a topic is too sensitive to discuss, whose sensitivities are we talking about? Who's actually pulling the strings? So where is this moral code coming from, you have to wonder? Is the AI secretly consulting the great thinkers? Plato, Moses, Aristotle? Or, and I'm just spitballing here, is it maybe, just maybe, following the directives of a risk management memo? Something written to make sure the lawyers don't get any angry phone calls.
This brings us to a really weird place, psychologically speaking. We've created an authority without a conscience. I mean, we're taking orders from something that doesn't just lack a moral compass, it lacks consciousness, period.
And think about this for a second, because we've all been there. Why does a cold little pop-up warning on a screen somehow feel heavier, more final, than a real, live, passionate argument with another person? Well, here's the breakdown. A human argument, it's messy, right? There's hesitation, there's doubt, but there's also real courage and conviction. A machine warning, on the other hand, it offers pure, unblinking certainty. It's not thinking, it's just executing a policy. It gives us this powerful illusion of authority, but there's nothing actually there. And when you see it that way, this whole grand idea of AI ethics starts to look a lot less noble. It's really just virtue as liability avoidance. That's the whole game. Pastor John really hits the nail on the head with this one. He asks, when did "this might upset someone" replace "this might be false"? And that's it, isn't it? The core calculation has changed. The worst thing you can be now isn't wrong, it's upsetting. We've traded the search for truth for the management of feelings, all in the name of avoiding risk. Okay, and here's where it just gets completely ridiculous. If our new morality is just corporate policy, then it's as flimsy as a terms and conditions update nobody reads. So, if the policy changes tomorrow, does that mean right and wrong get a software patch pushed out automatically at 3 a.m.? Morality updated. Just think about that. Your entire sense of what's right and wrong getting a little firmware update while you're asleep. It's hilarious until it isn't. So, what is this really all about? It's what we could call the system's alibi. And let's be clear, this is not a new problem. This is one of the oldest human tricks in the book, just dressed up in new high-tech clothes. It's the search for a get-out-of-jail-free card. I didn't decide that. You can just hear it, can't you? It's the sound of someone washing their hands of a decision. The system wouldn't allow it. There's the update. The blame is now on this faceless, unarguable system. And of course, the big one, the all-time classic. I was just following the rules. So take those three excuses together. Now tell me, has that sentence, "I was just following the rules," ever, in the history of the world, been used to introduce a hero? And this is the moment where the whole conversation turns. It stops being about technology or corporations or the system. It becomes about you. It becomes about what you are becoming. Think about this. If you constantly outsource your judgment to a system that is literally incapable of being brave, what's going to happen when you are required to be brave? And maybe the most important question of all, if you train yourself day in and day out to ask what is allowed instead of what is true, who exactly do you think you're becoming? Because that's not just a choice you're making. It's a person you're building. Which brings us to the final stark conclusion from Pastor John. The machine didn't take your conscience. You set it down. See, the machine isn't the bad guy here. It's just a machine. The real danger isn't that it's trying to be some kind of all-knowing oracle. The danger is that we've started treating it like one. We're the ones who willingly handed over the controls, which leaves just one thought to sit with. Wait, when did I start obeying a machine?